Police are trying to piece together what led to a deadly shooting in southeast Portland. We have a live report from the Hazelwood neighborhood coming up.
A woman is safe after getting dragged by a suspected thief's car in Tigard. Now a local vinyl shop is out thousands of dollars and the thief is still on the run.
Also, take a look at this video of a home engulfed in flames. This happened in the Bethany neighborhood of Washington County. We'll hear why firefighters said this was such a difficult fire for them to tackle. The 6 o'clock hour of sunrise starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. Lots to cover here based on those headlines we just brought you. But first, we're going to check in with Chris and Rod for a look at weather and traffic.
Good morning to you. Another cold, frosty start for most of us. We do have some east wind out near the gorge. It's been keeping temperatures a little bit above freezing, but it's clear out there. Great visibility. 30 out of PDX along the river. Again, there's frost laid down in more areas than not, and for the most part, it's what we've been seeing. 25 in Hillsboro, 22 up in Battleground. You can see, good morning to you folks in Gresham and Happy Valley, Troutdale, Wilsonville. Bit of an east wind keeping some of you above freezing this morning. It's frosty down in Marion County, Kaiser 26 and Salem 29. So here we go. Today won't be sunny all day. We think this morning, yes, and then increasing cloudiness this afternoon. Tough to tell how thick those clouds incoming are or are not. Temperatures mid to upper 40s. Chris?
Good morning. You'll need some time to defrost your car, right? All right, let's take you down to Wilsonville. There's something hanging up the drive right now between Wilsonville Road and Ellickson Road. I can't quite make it out off in the distance, but the headlights there, you can see the stream of cars starting to build just a little bit. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Elsewhere across the system, door number 2 takes us to, let's see, the Sylvan Hill. Highway 26 looks pretty good. And door number 3 takes us over to the Banfield I-84. Traffic is rolling right along. Guys, so far, no major unexpected freeway delays just yet.
All right, thank you, Chris. We start our news headlines here at 6 o'clock in Salem, where an investigation is underway after officers shot and killed a suspect who was reportedly armed with a gun. This happened around noon yesterday near a Salem apartment complex located near the intersection of River Road and Stark Street North. Witnesses say they heard 4 gunshots, but it's not clear how many of those shots were from police or from the suspect. We do know that no officers were hurt.
A viewer captured video of a huge house fire in the Bethany neighborhood in Washington County. This apparently sparked just after 5 last night on Northwest Liberty Street and 163rd Terrace. When crews arrived, the house was engulfed in flames and they struggled getting inside to get it under control.
Due to the amount of personal belongings, there were some internal access challenges as well as some heavy vegetation, also creating some exterior access challenges as well.
The fire was out within an hour. Fire crews say there was no one at the home at the time.
Police at Tigard are searching for the woman who they say stole $2,000 worth of vinyl records and other merchandise from this local shop. So this happened at Greasy Car Vintage inside the Curiosities Vintage and Oddities Mall. We're going to show you some security footage right here. You can actually see in this video that the woman grabs vinyls. She stole again about $2,000 worth of vinyls, according to police. She throws them in her bag there. The co-owner of the store told us that she wound up getting away into the parking lot. That's when one of the vendors that works there followed her. They say that the woman put her car in reverse. She pushed the other woman backwards and then sped off. So they're asking anyone with information about the suspect to contact Tigard Police. We know the police have already cleared the scene of a deadly shooting, meanwhile, in the Hazelwood neighborhood of southeast Portland.
Ashley Grams is out there live. So Ashley, walk us through what you know.
So when we arrived on scene this morning, plenty of police cars here as well as this area taped off. That has since changed. Police have reopened Southeast 97th. We're about a block away from Stark Street. Now, about a half an hour ago when we checked in with you, we saw a tow truck pull up. 2 officers were near a vehicle. We then saw that tow truck load up this car and take it away. Those officers followed that tow truck out. Of course, officers haven't said yet if that car is connected, but that's what we saw just about 30 minutes or so ago. Now, I do want to show you some video from earlier this morning. Portland police say that they responded to reports of shots fired just before 1 in the morning near Southeast 97th and Oak Street, which is the intersection that we're standing at now. When they arrived, they found a man dead in the street. At this point, no one has been arrested. Portland police say that this is the 2nd homicide of the year, and if you do know anything, you're asked to contact detectives. China, Drew.
Ashley, thank you.
We want our local folks to be able to demonstrate, we want to be able to exercise their First Amendment rights, but that is totally different than going out and engaging in violence or in vandalism, and there is no tolerance for that.
The Multnomah County DA and Portland Police Chief are drawing a clear line on what they will tolerate during protests. They say things like vandalism we saw earlier this week detract from peaceful demonstrations, and that anyone involved in criminal behavior will face charges and prosecution. Portland Police Chief Bob Day says they are tracking at least one more protest that could happen over the weekend.
The Department of Justice is ordering federal prosecutors to investigate state or local officials who they think may be interfering with the Trump administration's crackdown on immigration. A memo from the Justice Department suggests that state and local officials could face criminal charges. We got local reaction to this news from both Portland's police chief and the Washington County District Attorney.
We don't care what your religion, your race, your nationality, your sex, your documented status. We don't care about any of that. We are just here to prosecute state law.
If we are told that a person has a warrant and it's simply for the allegation of being in the country illegally, then that's going to be handled by the feds. That's not something that we're going to enforce.
Oregon has been a sanctuary state for a long time. That's a distinction set up to restrict authorities from cooperating with federal officials when it comes to immigration enforcement.
Hey, a reminder for you that ballots are on their way in Clark County for the special election next month. On February 11th, voters will decide on several proposed levies for school districts across Clark County. A proposed utility tax increase and canvas also on the ballot for you. And for more information about what will be on that ballot, you can find the voters' pamphlet on the Clark County Elections website. Just in this morning, we've got a brand new report on Oregon test scores. Coming up at 6:30, our Thomas Schultz breaks down the results that show a slight improvement, but still below pre-pandemic levels. Portland's new mayor laid out part of his plan to end unsheltered homelessness by the end of the year.
Mayor Wilson says he wants the city to have 1,500 more shelter beds in place by December 1st. And to do that, the mayor wants to create a network of low barrier, nighttime only emergency shelters, as well as a new day center in each of the city's 4 districts. He told City Council he's looking to use community centers, businesses, and churches that are located near transit centers.
Portland has the highest unsheltered homeless rate in our history, and the unsheltered are dying in unprecedented numbers. The recent Domicile Unknown report shocks the conscience.
Mayor Wilson says he also wants to stop shifting camps from street to street or neighborhood to neighborhood, but it's not clear yet exactly how he plans to do that. KGW's Blair Best and our team on the story took an in-depth look at Mayor Wilson's plan. You can watch the latest episode of the story on our free streaming app, KGW Plus, which is now available for download on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Pies available right now. Not for everybody, but they're available for Sunrise photographer Eric Patterson, who's behind the camera checking out the behind-the-scenes action at Petunia's Pies and Pastries. That is Jacob, part of the husband-wife team that owns and operates Petunia's, working on the pie crust there. Today is National Pie Day, so we thought let's celebrate at one of our local favorites. They'll be serving up all the pies, all the baked goods, all the pastries. They have a loaded bakery case. Hey, we mentioned Jacob. We should probably give a shout out to Lisa as well, and there's Lisa. Lisa actually started the business more than a dozen years ago. Husband Jacob joined her in the operation. Now they've got the growing family, the growing business, and we encourage people to check them out. They are, by the way, Portland's first gluten-free, all-vegan bakery located downtown right there on Southwest 12th.
Rod, if you were to buy a pie and it's not your mother's, you have to go into a store to buy it, what flavor would you get?
Well, I will tell you, I think I saw some Dutch apple crumb pie. What do they call that? Just Dutch apple pie, right?
Apple pie.
Sure. Yeah, I like that with the crumbly stuff on top. I like it.
With or without ice cream, Rod? What was that?
You know, I could go on. Yeah, boy, that was slurping there.
What's in there? I made a weird noise.
We don't talk about what's in my cup, okay?
I can go either way. Sometimes I like the ice cream with it. Sometimes I just want the pie. All right, good morning to you. Yeah, there's that frosty shot on the grass, all illuminated from the live camera in Salem looking at our state capitol, 29 degrees. Away from the gorge, just another cold, frosty start. We have mainly clear skies up top. We have enough east wind that's come out of the gorge overnight that some of you have stayed above freezing, mostly in East Multnomah County. But the weather models say we're right around freezing through 9 a.m. and then we get back up into the low 40s at noon, which is what we've been seeing the last couple of days. So very similar in a lot of ways. It is above freezing at the beach this morning. Astoria 35, Newport 43, low 20s. Winds are calm by the time you get to Hood River and out to the Dalles. We've got 16 in Baker City and 11 in Burns. Baker City, you were 8 24 hours ago. Congratulations on your warm-up. Still cold, right? 16. All right, Winnie's our KGW dog of the day, laying there in the green grass, it looks like. Use that hashtag KGW dog of the day. Post on your social media channels. We'll find your photo, and your dog will become our dog of the day. Here's the weather map for today. All dry once again. Now, we will see increasing cloud cover this afternoon. The east winds that have picked up overnight into this morning in the West Gorge will be easing during the day. So pretty quiet day overall with increasing cloudiness coming in. Newport hits 50, and it could be right about 50 over in Bend today as well. Here's our 7-day. Thicker clouds pass tonight, which is why I have us at 36 in the morning. If those clouds thin out quickly, we would be colder than that. Generally, we are looking at freezing temperatures on the 7-day. We have a breezy east wind day on Saturday. Wednesday would be, if this is true, Wednesday would be day 17 consecutively of no measurable rainfall in the Rose City. That's your forecast.
All right, Ron, thank you for that.